Well, yesterday we talked to the chief of the cabinet in Mongolia about the imminent change to foreign ownership laws, which really upset a lot of foreign investors and caused a rapid drop-off in foreign direct investment on worries about nationalism entering the equation. Well, they are on the verge of reversing that law and making themselves open once again to foreign direct investment, something that they tacitly acknowledge is needed to help develop the country. But a lot of technicalities and a lot of dotting the I's, crossing the T's go into changing laws. How do you do it, and how quickly will it be done? We are talking now to Jigmendash Bayartsekseg, the State Secretary of the Ministry of Justice for Mongolia. Bayartsekseg, thank you for stopping by, and appreciate having you on the program with us.
Thank you very much.
So we know that your country recognized that enacting the current law, which is about to be ditched or about to be jettisoned, was a mistake. There is still some lingering concern, I sense, out there about the rapid change and sort of backtracking in the legal framework in Mongolia. What would you say to soothe anybody out there who still has those worries about putting money into your country?
Well, first of all, the foreign investment is very important for the Mongolian economy, not only in the economy, but also in other sectors as well, in terms of the high technology, in terms of the human resource development. It's very important, and that's why the Mongolian government really had this firm commitment to attract the foreign investment from the beginning, and we still do have this commitment to attract and create a favorable environment for the foreign direct investment. And you know, in this fast-changing world, everything, even the policy, the national policy has to change rapidly, so to tailor the needs and demands, and even some of the crises around the world that needs to be addressed in the government's policy. So that's why the Mongolian government is now reconsidering the new bill on the foreign investment, so to create and foster even more investment. Yeah.
Secretary, under your stewardship, you've been involved extensively in the drafting of much legislation to bring Mongolia up to world standards, effective and fair laws to uphold human rights, advance the rule of law in Mongolia, legal aid to the poor, so trying to make sure that the disenfranchised and the are taken care of, and that there is a framework for that. How close to, for people who aren't really familiar with the legal infrastructure in Mongolia, at what standard are you right now? At what percentage of the work is done to bring the country up to to optimal level, if you will?
Well, right now, the Ministry of Justice, well, Mongolian government is so-called carrying out so-called second wave of the legal reform. We consider that the first wave of the legal reform has been done 10 years ago, and as you said, make it in compliance with international standards and norms. And now in the second wave, it's more towards to create even more favorable environment, legal environment, not only for the economy, not only for the investment, but also to uphold the human rights and other the international standards. And right now, especially the Ministry of Justice, we are more focusing on the institutional reform to changing and making more sort of like effective institutions such as the prisons or the legal aid institutions or some of the institutions that is sort of responsible in justice.
For foreign investors, are there avenues of recourse in the case of, say, industrial disputes, ownership disputes, that sort of thing? If somebody from from another country comes in and invests and takes a stake in a large resource project, for instance, and there's a dispute in terms of who keeps what from the local partner, are there various avenues of recourse for them? Are there layers of legal process that are guaranteed by through the Constitution?
Yeah, that's the major component of our legal reform. The first of all is judicial reform, and now we try to create a clear road for the dispute resolution system. And also right now we're also working on the arbitration system, the changing and improving the arbitration, so that's not only the foreign investors but also the domestic investors, domestic business people could decide the disputes through the arbitration means. So we try to create a clear sort of road and a clear sort of system in the case of the dispute, or in the case of any sort of the legal disputes.
Okay. Secretary, thank you very much for clarifying. Okay, a lot of people interested once again in Mongolia and obviously want to know that there is a rule of law there for them to follow. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate your time.